Okay, 'tis the season. It's the holiday season, which is where I use the Chinet brand the most in my life. When it comes to entertaining friends and family, Chinet has you covered. They have their Chinet Classic collection, which is durable, no bends or leaks, microwave safe, made with at least 80% recycled materials here in the USA. Chinet Crystal for a more elegant look, but it's elegant that your guests aren't afraid to touch. There is no shatter, and a unique swirl design, making it fancier. The Chinet Comfort, that's got the built-in sleeve that keeps drinks hot like apple cider and hands happy. Snap-on lid. They have 12 ounces or 16 ounces for whatever size you need. Also made right here in the US. It's easy cleanup, environmentally conscious. This brand has thought of everything. It's great for all of holidays gatherings, durable enough to handle the sauciest ribs, made to be microwave safe, made in the USA to cut down on transportation impact. We love all this. Visit mychinet.com to find out more and stock up for your holiday gatherings. It'll make your life so much easier.
Close to our heart is the belief that ladies give back and show up for others. Right now, there are over 300 million women and girls that live in period poverty across the world. And without period care, they often stop going to school and miss out on economic opportunities. So we're showing up for them. We've partnered with SALT Sustainable Period Care AB Corp with a 2% give back mission to donate period care and help fund initiatives in menstrual health. So each time you buy with LadyGang at shop.theladygang.com, you're helping give girls in need planet-saving period care, so when their periods start, their education doesn't have to stop. Plus, go to salt.com/pages/LadyGang for your own period care and get 15% off with code LadyGang.
Well, what is this?
Welcome to the Lady Gang.
That's amazing. Say that again.
The Lady Gang.
Things are about to change around here.
Each week we catch up with Hollywood's hottest girl posse, Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Lady Gang. I am Becca Tobin here with Jack Vanek and Kelty Knight.
Hello. We got in
black.
trouble last week because I was looking down at my notes during this, and I got in trouble from our employee, Alex. She was like, hey, can you look up, because it's just like you looking at your notes the whole time, but I'm like looking through all the things that happened, trying to pick the best terrible thing that happened. So I'm put it over here.
You can definitely do that before we actually start recording the podcast.
I was actually going to ask you during our interview with Chelsea, I know you were probably referring to notes, but it looked like you were texting when she was talking. So I was going to say you should start putting your notes on your computer in front of you.
Oh.
That's what people do so that you don't look like you're like uninterested in what they're saying.
Interesting. I'm going back. Was I maybe texting with Alex about, because sometimes she'll send me notes being like, hey, don't forget this, or the PR person is saying like, don't ask about her vagina or like whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, though.
Throw them up right next to your Zoom thing.
Yeah.
I could put it right up. And now that I'm in a new room, it's like I'm so fresh.
You're so fresh.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want, God, I hope I didn't piss her off. Anyway, funny story about Chelsea. So we had such a good time with her after that. We wrote to the rep and I was like, I've really always wanted her to have a copy of our book. She doesn't need to post it or anything. We tried to get her one. Like I DM'd her 500,000 times, I think, from LadyGang being like, we want to send you a book when the book came out. And the publicist was like, she absolutely wants a copy of the book. So I sent her a copy of the book last week in the mail with like a little note from us. And then I also sent her 10 tiny joints.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Oh my God.
So I was like, this is so nice. But like, she probably gets so many.
Kelsey, was this just like from a random goodie bag that you might have gotten?
No, it was
lying around.
I mean, I didn't go buy the joints. The joints came to us in like a box. Like I got them given to me, but they were in the plastic and everything.
Wow.
I regifted some joints to Chelsea.
That's what I was asking.
There's no way she's going to smoke those.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't think so?
Was there like a label of what they were?
Yeah. There's a label.
Oh, I wonder.
It's like a little thing.
It was probably from Nug Club.
Like a little baby. Yeah, it's like a little baby roll.
Just going to say Nug Club sent me the best joints.
Yeah.
I bet those are them.
No. Yeah.
In the little yellow.
Their boxes are insane.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good. Good job, Kelty. Well, actually, this is a really good segue. Okay. This is a really great segue for my good week, bad week. So it's time for
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
So we all know Kelty makes hasty decisions. You know, she's a hasty woman.
Hasty. Oh no, I'm in trouble, guys.
You're not in trouble. It's second book time. And it's so funny. Like anytime we have a project, the three of us approach every project the same exact way. Like Jack's style is very, very methodical and thought out, like takes a lot longer than it should probably because she's very concerned about it being absolutely perfect.
She's a perfectionist when it comes to any sort of a creative project.
I am wait until the very last second. And like, I give you something I know that if I had started sooner, it could be better, but what I have is this moment and this amount of time. So it's going to be what the best it can be with this amount of time.
Yeah.
And then there's Kelty, who will literally block out 8 months of her life, go on writing retreats, do the thing, like really throw herself into the work, a creative genius, if you will. And my best friend, Kat Najat Thompson, who helped edit our first book, for grammar errors, for like little things here and there, because we get into the moment and it gets tricky and you forget a period or a comma or whatever, punctuation. She goes in and she polishes our poops, if you will. So I'm texting with her the other day and she's like, hey, when are you going to submit your essays? Because obviously I'm the last one to the party. And I was like, I promise you I'll have these by this time. I was like, how's it going with the other essays? Like, do you feel good about it?
No.
And I quote, she's going to kill me for repeating this, but I had to. This does not have to do with any content. It is not content. It's as from the eyes of an editor, and she said, Jack's essays were perfect. Kelty's were a goddamn mess.
This is crazy.
Wait, and this is after Kelty has put all of her shit through Grammarly. That's the only like job of this thing is to fix grammar and spelling mistakes.
But it's not even, the problem is that Kelty, it's not grammar all the time. It's like structural. She'll be telling a story and then halfway through the paragraph, she's on to another part of the story, but she hasn't told you she's moved on. It's the same way she responds to emails. It's the same way she operates in life. It's very, 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 very hard to keep her focused.
And it is so predictable. Every time is the same. You know how it's going to be.
Like my heart is broken because I did go on 2 writing retreats. And my process for my essays this time was like, I did them all voice to text. And then I went in and I made them a story. And then I took them again and put them in Grammarly. So like had to fix run-on sentences, fixed sentences. Like I thought, honestly, I was like really... To be honest with everyone, I was patting myself on the back because I was like, I know the last time I got in shit for having like the most kooky, crazy essays that didn't make sense. And like half of them would just stop like halfway through. And this time I was like, no, I'm going to be so responsible. I'm going to be great. Like I can do this. I got them done super early because I knew you bitches would wait till last minute. I was really patting myself on the back. Like even after I put them through Grammarly, I was like, they barely needed any changes. They're great.
But let's like think about how you're going on these writer retreats and blah, 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 blah. It's not like you're literally doing that the second that we get the assignment to get it done in the fastest way possible.
Yes.
And then so you don't have to think about it again.
I won't sleep at night. Things like hang over me like a dark cloud. And if I want to be able to have a shower without thinking about what I need to do.
Well,
anyway, sorry to Kat. I apologize to you, Kat.
This goes into I'm just going to
was there more, Becca?
Well, that was my good week.
Okay.
But she also,
did she say any more?
In your defense, she was like, but it's also just so entertaining because I feel like she listens to the podcast. So she's like, knows our voices. She's like, it's like listening to Kelty talk. So it's not that the content is bad. I think you should know the content is wonderful and it's very Kelty. But as far as like from a perspective of an editor, it's a goddamn mess.
Okay. Well, then I'm glad that I can admit this to you. So I'm just going to go back for a second to the Chelsea story. So I did send Chelsea, this book, the book and the joints. I wasn't going to tell you this part, but since now we're talking about it, I guess I will. So I spent all this time making a special card for her on my Cricut. that like said thank you, you know, and it was like cut out on foil,
Like
and
magazine letters cut out individually.
no,
That's called a ransom note.
no. And then I opened it and I made the mistake
I'm
that I always
watching
do, which is
you.
I made the card and then I wrote in it. And while I was writing in it, I thought I
messed up.
spelled special wrong. So then I wrote motherfucker. I spelled that wrong. And then I wrote it the other way. And then I realized I'd spelt it right the first time, said motherfucker. And then I just kept going with the note. So either she's going to think it's funny or she's going to be like, you're so weird.
I like that. I don't think that that's that bad. I think if you acknowledge your psychopathness there.
I think she's not going to read it.
I don't think she's going to read it or open the book or smoke the joints, but
No, that's fine.
I'll always know that I did my part.
Well, you took the time and that's very kind of you.
I love that for you.
Okay, Becca, bad week.
My bad week is that I had this mysterious rash on my hands.
Oh, yes.
And I talked about taking my own stitches out and blah, 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 blah. Well, I may regret having you guys follow me along on this journey, but I got a very concerned call from my dermatologist and I have to go do a whole workup, like a whole panel, because some things were alarming. I don't know. I couldn't really get, here's what's so frustrating is that she called me to tell me about the biopsy, but it's not really like it's this. It was like it could be a this. It could be a this. It's showing markers for this. And it was like four different things. And then, so now I have to go do like a whole blood workup. And I know it's going to be nothing. Like, I really know it's going to be nothing. But I also just a public service announcement. If you're a doctor calling someone to tell them news, assume we are all morons.
Googling. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But also, I had to be like, can you please spell that? What are you? She said the same thing 4 times. She's like, yeah, the blah, 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 and like 4 times. And I was like,
bitch, I don't know what that means.
I'm like, can you just spell that? I just don't they forget we're idiots. I'm like, I am a fucking idiot right now. And I'm going to get off the phone and have no idea what you just told me for 15 minutes. So I'm less concerned about this panel that I have to do and more concerned about the fact that I couldn't understand the English language from my dermatologist. Still don't know what's going on.
You know, it's also the bedside manner. It's like when the doctor called me to tell me I had HPV, but the way that she delivered the message was like I was dying, and I was at the nail salon and she was like, I just, I have to tell you, you have HPV. And I'm like, but I got the shot. I'm like crying in the nail salon because she made it seem like it was the worst diagnosis
How old were
in the
you?
world. In my early 20s,
Yeah.
I think. But a little bedside manner would be real nice too.
Yeah.
Just to know you're not dying.
Who's up?
Jack.
Jack.
I'll go because mine, my bad week kind of has to do with the book. So I'm bringing it back to the book in regards to, just the 3 of us and our situation. So while we are all writing our individual essays, we also are writing, everything is themed. So we're writing like intros, outros, like things to tie the whole book together, like a beginning of the book and a conclusion and everything, to make it all in a perfect little bow. And the other week, Kelty texted me because we have so much going on. And she was like, good news. I wrote the entire book for us. All you have to do is just go through it really quickly and we'll be like ready to go. And I'm like, great. Okay. I'm going to open this doc and see what's going on. It was a goddamn mess in Kat's words. And then Kelty's like, oh, you can just, Jack, you'll be done by the end of the day, right? And I'm like, there is like 20 pages that I have to go through with a fine tooth comb and have to make sense, have to make funny, have to make flow, and also relevant to what we're doing, because the first day I wasted my entire day on this section that didn't even exist in the book that Kelty just wrote out. So, it's what we have to deal with.
One of a kind. She's one of a kind.
Good news.
But I got us
started.
I got us started.
Are you okay?
I just want to let everyone know that I got us started.
Our next big project, I would like to do an experiment.
Okay.
I would like...
It won't get done is the answer.
No, it
won't
will.
get done.
It'll get done 5 minutes before it's due.
What?
Whatever our next big project is, for Kelty to take the back seat and like see what happens.
Oh.
It could be a disaster. I mean, we won't meet a deadline. It will
Well,
be.
It just depends on the project, because a lot of projects I do by myself because they're like straight creative projects. And then some projects, Kelty is like, we should do this thing that takes so long to create. But Jack, you're the only one that knows how to do it. So
Dream big.
Help you by starting out.
I do need to start. It's great.
Something nice about me.
I love you so much. Listen, and when I was trying to do it myself and finish these little intros and outros, I can't do it. I need your guidance to start me on my path.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
To greatness. Okay. My good week. I was just in Vegas this weekend for a bachelorette party. That's why my voice is extremely hoarse right now. But while I was in Vegas, we were like at a bar, we're having some drinks, and there's this girl at the bar, and she was like a blonde girl, looked around our age, and she kept looking at me. So I was like, oh, I wonder, maybe she's a LadyGanger or something. She comes up to me on the way out, and she just like stands like a foot away from my face and is like smiling at me. And I'm like waiting for her to say, oh my God, I love the LadyGang, or like, I loved Warped Tour in like 2009. And she just goes up to me. She goes, you're so fucking hot. And then walks away. And as she's walking away, she goes, I would.
Oh my God. Congrats.
And I was like, oh my God. I was really taken aback.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I was with a group of my gorgeous girlfriends, like 10 beautiful girlfriends. And she just came up to me. It was the best moment of my life. Singled me out. I still got it.
Congratulations.
You just stuck out. Can I ask you what you were wearing during this moment?
I was wearing like a sparkly purple crop top pant outfit from Rami Brooke.
Yes.
I did look good. Not like I do now.
You look great. You're doing great, sweetie. All right. This is a great segue into my bad week. As you know, I'm going gray in my hair. And if I had vagina, probably my vagina. But I've had gray eyebrows for a long time. But now I have gray nipple hair. Officially old. The nip got a gray.
That's
I didn't realize the nipples were going to go gray.
Gray hair.
That's better than a black hair.
Yeah.
Because it blends in.
I guess you're right. Way to look on the bright side.
That's a moment though. What a marker of your age,
And you know what? I think because I don't have a vagina hair, like I'm pretty much lasered, and then the few that come I wax, I'm never going to know if I get a gray bush. And I have no armpit hair. So, I mean, leg hair doesn't ever turn gray. So this was really the only marker that could be like, I mean, I have so much gray hair now that I'm like aggressively like plucking it out when I part my hair. Like if it comes anywhere on the part and I can see it, it gets plucked. Like, so anyway,
you probably shouldn't pluck out every gray that you have. Sometime that is going to get overwhelming on the rest of your hairs.
Yeah. Well, at some point I'm going to have to do I dye my gray hair color, but I really don't want to get into that. Like I'm trying to like last leaves, or blonde right up to the root. I don't know what the answer is. Tell me, please, everyone, and what you do.
Tell me, everyone.
It's so expensive in LA to get your hair done.
I know.
And I feel like I'm going to have to go every 4 weeks and sit there with the hair thing on. Like, can I just do it myself? Anyway, I'm going to be that lady that's like spraying it like my mom. And you're the old ladies that end up with like blue eyebrows because they're just like, I've got this.
Well, and then you start losing your eyesight. So then like you really don't know what you're doing.
Oh my God. I constantly think about losing my eyesight because there's so many things I catch on my face that I'm like, oh, a rogue hair or nose hairs that start sprouting or like all the things. I'm so worried about losing my eyesight.
You need that macro lens.
I will always take care of you, Becca.
Thank you.
I will never allow you to have a nose hair. But okay, my good week before we get into our interview with Vanessa is I got a new word for the LadyGang dictionary, which I know is sometimes people are like, please don't use this as your good week, but it's so good. One of our LadyGangers DM'd me and said, I have a new word. It's vagenda. When your vagina.
Wait, that's an amazing
My
word.
vagina absolutely has a vagenda. It's a bujo for its own plans of like, hey, you've just touched air lately. I'm going to give you a yeast infection. You ate a chocolate bar. You have a UTI. Like my vagina has a vagenda of its own.
Oh, that's a great word. I don't know how we haven't come up with that before.
Vagenda.
Agenda.
That's like my butthole. It has its own agenda. A bagenda.
Mine does when I take a laxative, just never know.
Well, that is not a mind of its own. That is being forced to
Forced.
like whatever.
That's true.
Excavate.
Anyway, we're so excited about the episode today, and enjoy Vagenda. We'll be right back.
So this time of year can be really challenging for people. I know that I've been in a position before where everyone's cheery and I'm feeling a little crummy, and that is okay. But what I want to tell you is our sponsor, BetterHelp, is there to help you. So if you're struggling with grief, relationships, or stress, or having trouble sleeping, meeting goals, online therapy might be good for you. So BetterHelp is a secure online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with licensed professional therapists. They'll assess your needs and match you with your own accredited therapist. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. So what are you waiting for? You don't have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room, and they have a broad range of expertise that may not be available in your area. So the service is available for clients worldwide, and you can log onto your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. We love them so much. So visit betterhelp.com/LadyGang and join over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of experienced professionals. So LadyGang is offering our listeners 10% off your first month of online therapy at betterhelp.com/LadyGang. That's betterhelp.com/LadyGang.
As you know, time's running out, people. If you're still waiting to find the perfect holiday gift for you, the men in your life in the holidays, you got to use Travis Matthew, who's a sponsor of LadyGang. They've got their handy holiday gift guide. You can browse gifts with him. For him by price point or by curated collections for interest and personality. They've got button-ups, polos, outerwear, ultra soft loungewear, shoes and accessories, great gear for golfers, and amazing. So whether you're shopping for the athlete, the lounger, the shoe guy like Chris Knight, Travis Matthew has something for everyone. Stock up on his favorites or check out the Travis Matthew Holidays and Confused collection. Ooh, perfect for bringing the party to any holiday party. Find the perfect holiday attire in true Travis Matthew style. Visit a Travis Matthew retail store or make your way to travismatthew.com/podcast and take 20% off your Travis Matthew order when you use the code LADY20. Use our code LADY20 at checkout. That's 20% off your entire order at travismatthew.com/podcast when you use the code LADY20. TRAVISMATHEW.com/podcast.
So over the last year and a half, a lot of people have been starting their own businesses. And if you have a great idea or something you're passionate about, but you're intimidated by all the business stuff, Zen Business is our sponsor, and it empowers you to turn your awesome idea into a money-making business by helping you create, run, and grow your own business all from one platform. I'm telling you, starting a business doesn't mean you have to be an expert at everything, because seriously, who is? They make the business stuff easier so you can stay focused on your passion. From filing to your formation, done as quickly and easy as possible, to a team of experts ready to help you throughout the life of your company in whatever area you need. We are such fans of this because we believe everybody should be able to run their own business and not be intimidated by the business stuff. Zen Business has helped hundreds of thousands of people get their businesses off the ground by guiding them every step of the way and making it easier to launch a successful business. So get started today for as low as $49. That's $49 at zenbusiness.com/lady. That's zenbusiness.com/lady, and get your business going.
Today's episode is brought to you by Stamps.com. So I'm sure you know that we just launched our brand new holiday collection full of all of the best clothes for the holiday season. And we are using Stamps.com to ship everything out because we've been using Stamps.com for years now. So Stamps.com takes all of the hassle and guesswork out of holiday shipping, and it saves you money. You can easily compare prices and delivery rates across major carriers and get huge discounts. I'm talking up to 40% off USPS and 76% off UPS rates. And whether your sales come from Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, or eBay, Stamps.com streamlines your shipping. So deliver more smiles this holiday and start shipping and saving with Stamps.com today. There's no risk, and with our promo code LadyGang, you can get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free shipping, credits, and a digital shipping scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. You'll be up and running in minutes. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in code LadyGang. That's Stamps.com, promo code LadyGang. Stamps.com, easy e-commerce shipping for less, a lot less.
Now back to the Lady Gang.
Our guest today is a quadruple threat, starting her career as Miss Teen USA in 1998, wow. Landing the coveted gig on Entertainment Tonight, and eventually being the girl we all wanted to be, hobnobbing with every single Y2K artist as the host of TRL. She's acted on 30 Rock, Psych, The Bold and the Beautiful, and so many more. She crushed the floor on Dancing with the Stars, and now she's got the big job, everybody. The first ever female lead for an NCIS franchise for NCIS Hawaii, and she's got a brand new book. No big deal. When good things come, they come all at once. It's not overwhelming. Life from scratch, family traditions that start with you. We know you love to read LadyGang. The book includes recipes, parenting tips, birthday and date night ideas, and personal stories. She is absolutely fucking stunning, and she gets to have sex with Nick Lachey. And she gets to have sex with Nick Lachey in Hawaii right now, everybody. She's the luckiest human alive. Please welcome to the LadyGang, Vanessa Lachey.
Thank you for that intro. Did you breathe? Wow.
It's
you know
really...
what made me, the best part about it was when you read 1998 and you thought it was a typo.
Yeah, you're like, wait, that was so long ago.
And you're like, oh no, that's right.
I was like, oh wow, you were winning Miss Teen USA, and I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at Bev Facey High School. So it's like the same.
I'm the old lady. Wait, we don't talk about our ages, do we?
No. You're 40, right?
40
yeah,
on the
too.
dot.
I'm about to be 40 January.
Okay. And you guys, not 40.
You're youngs.
34. I'm like, how old am I? It all just goes to a blur when you're in your 30s, I feel like.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So we're so excited to have you here. I want to talk about the new gig, but first I want to talk about an interesting fact that I found out for all the listeners that I don't think you get enough credit for in your career. When you won Miss Teen USA, you won Miss Congeniality, Miss Teen USA, and swimsuit, the highest mark ever in the history awarded for a hottie body.
Holy cow. You're my new best friend. Whenever I'm down or whenever I'm sad, I want to call you up to make me feel good. Thank you for
hype
that.
Man.
But yes, you're my hype man. You're my hype gal.
I don't expect the winner to also win Miss Congeniality. Like, I watch enough Drag Race to know that never happens. But then to also the bikini bitch won Miss Congeniality too.
Okay. I believe there's a science to this, if I may.
Okay.
So I'd never done a pageant before in my life. I did Miss South Carolina Teen USA as a dare. I was working at a State Farm insurance office. This girl came in, gorgeous, beautiful. And my boss ended up giving her money to enroll in the state pageant. And I was like, why did you just give her money? He said, well, her grandfather's had a policy with us for decades. And for me, it's a tax write-off. And I was like, oh. So then I went home and took the flyer that I had already taken out of YM magazine years prior that I kept in my nightstand because every girl dreams of being, Miss Teen USA or even on, like, when we watched these pageants growing up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I called the number, it was like an 800 number, and I gave them my address and they sent me a South Carolina registration packet. And it was $1,000.
Oh,
I don't have $1,000. I was 17. And so I asked my dad and he was like, we are a middle-class family. I'm sorry, that's not happening. So then my boss who gave the money said, did you ever look into that? You should do it. And I said, I did. And it's $1,000. Thank you, but sorry.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours, this man had 10 of his friends donate $100 that they all tax up. He handed me a check for $1,000 and said, you have no excuses. Do this. I support you. I believe in you. I was like, get out of town. So I signed up, got it. And it gives you a checklist. You need a swimsuit, but it's a specific swimsuit. It's like a dry clean only swimsuit that can't get wet.
Obviously.
Nude heels that, there's a skin tone that has to match your tone. The evening gown, which my dad was like, all right, this dress is going to be your prom dress, your Miss South Carolina teen dress, your wedding dress. It's all of the above. And an interview outfit. So I think we went to I don't even know. It was probably like Burlington Coke Factory. I was mortified, right? But I didn't know any better. And so I went to state and I ended up winning and making this a long story short, which is very rarely that Nick hates when I say that because I don't make any of my stories short. But I get to Miss Teen USA and it's like casual. And I'm like, oh, great. To me, casual was a Notre Dame sweatshirt and, jean shorts and sneakers. No.
Oh, no.
Casual meant not evening gown. Already I show up and they're like, this chick. You know what I mean? I think they actually felt bad for me, maybe. I didn't know what I was doing. I decided to make the best of a bad situation. I mean, I remember getting there and crying, going, what have I done? I am way out of my league. And because I won Miss South Carolina Teen USA on a whim. And I'm like, what's next? They're like, you go to Teen USA. It's on TV. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I just had fun. And my roommate was in Louisiana at the time and it was in her home city. And I would see her family on the weekends. I'm like, I'm going to make the most of it. I did impressions. My favorite was Fire Marshal Bill.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey through and through.
Where is the State Farm guy?
Well, he's of course he has supported me. He was my boyfriend's dad at the time.
That's so sweet.
And so so I just went to have fun, and you vote for congeniality before the live telecast. So
They would have not, if they knew you were going to beat them, they would not have voted for you.
No.
They didn't realize
it's
ba
like,
ba boom.
But that's the thing. It wasn't. I didn't have the best body, but I was also 17. So when I talked to the judges later, who are regular, everyday television personalities and celebrities, they're like, you just looked and acted 17. It was, I didn't have a six pack. Not that all of the girls did, but I didn't know how to walk. I just was me. And I guess to them, it was
just a confidence thing.
And so all of the things that were my insecurities ended up working in my favor, and life changed from then.
Now you have a six pack because you're like blowing stuff up and running. And so I was so excited when this got announced. So NCIS is the most popular franchise on television. Everybody knows that. Everyone watches it. So there's a new franchise in Hawaii. And what was so cool is obviously we were so happy when we saw this announced, but then the video of you on your Instagram, if you haven't watched it, everyone, there's a video of Vanessa and she took it in the car. Her son's in the baby seat and she gets the news that she's gotten this gig, and it's so genuine. And I will just say, before I want to hear you speak on this, like, I just look at your life and I'm like, how could anything ever be wrong how could she ever struggle? Like, you've had all the cool jobs, you've got a cool husband, you got a beautiful family, you're so gorgeous. It's like, you would never want for anything. And then seeing this video of you, I was like, oh, you know what? Just like the rest of us, hustling and waiting for the gig. And it was very authentic.
Thank you. I think it was a massive release. We had just come out of what I thought was us coming out of COVID, because it was March 2021. And my two older kids were back in school with masks 6 feet apart from their other classmates. And my husband had just flown to Vegas to re-record some 98 Degrees what was
under
songs.
the Notre Dame sweatshirt.
A new remix album. And so I was alone with my son, and I had just done another show. We held on for an entire year. It was a sitcom with Oliver Hudson. I was his wife.
I love our fave.
This is the one. A year of my life for that show. And March 31st, they said, it's not going to go. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am a 40-year-old woman with 3 kids. And I auditioned March 2021. It took me a year to shoot this show. And then it's a no. And then that whole year, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing that matters? It was all of this, like, who am I kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And when this opportunity came up, it all happened so quick, but I looked at this role and I was like, I'm her. I can be her. I believe in her. She's a badass with a warm heart. She's a mother. She fights for her country, but also believes in her family. She can do it all and doesn't take no for an answer. She's kicking ass in a male-dominated profession. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I am her. But then I just needed them to believe in me being her. And at this time, coming out of, like I said, the job that didn't go, and a year of homeschooling my children, questioning if I'm even a smart human being, I got this call. And the reason I pulled the video out it was never intended for this. It was intended to, Nick wasn't with me. So at first usually your husband, he's always been there and he's like there with me. And he wasn't there. And then I wanted to let the casting director know, because she was with me on this journey, how much she meant to me. And that's why I was saying thank you. And then I realized my son's in the car, and I realized, holy shit, I got the job. All of it was coming out. And yeah, it was super raw. And so when the show premiered, they were like, do we do this clip, this clip, this clip? And I told my girl, who does my social media with me, I said, did you ever see the video when I got the job? And she was like, no. And I sent it to her, and she was like, oh my God, V, you have to do this. And I remember thinking, it was super vulnerable and super raw, but super real. And I really wanted people to see that and let them see that, yes, we all cry when we're sad or happy. We laugh when things are great. We put our pants on one leg at a time. And if you work hard and hustle and are good to people, things will hopefully turn in your favor.
Of that.
It's such a big deal. Okay. So are you living in Hawaii now full time?
Yes.
Did you sell that beautiful house and everything?
Not yet. Once we knock on wood, if and when we get our season 2 pickup, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. So that's when, if we get season 2, and then I know that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are not guaranteed, but statistically speaking, if a CBS drama goes 2 years or 2 seasons, it's most likely going to go. So once that happens, then we'll
make a move.
We'll sell and move. Right now, we're just renting a beautiful condo in Hawaii that has all of the amenities we need. It has a pool. It has a park. There's, a doorman to take deliveries, and he's there to make sure everyone's okay. When, like, if I'm not there, then I know that there's security with the kids, and vice versa. When Nick's not home, he knows I'm safe. But season 2, then we'll be full
make
on
a decision.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yes.
I just think, is this like a real life music video? I'm like, I just see you guys. It's the weekend. The kids have a babysitter. You guys are like in the waterfall going for a hike, right? That's what it's like.
Not. It's a lot of, it's not. Maybe one day, but right now it's a lot of, we just got our dogs out there. So it's a small condo with the 3 kids, the 2 dogs. And, Nick left everything to come out there, and he's with the kids all day. And I'm on set for anywhere from 10 to 15 hours a day. And, but we're not complaining, but it's definitely not music video yet. We'll get there. But for now, it's just like, it's adjusting and taking it all in and taking it day by day.
Life from scratch. I really thought this was a really interesting topic for you, because you've opened up in the past about like that you didn't have a great relationship with your mom and that entire situation. And then you've built this like incredible family, like lust-worthy family, where I'm like, if you're going to have a family, you should be the Lacheys. How was it to like kind of ride over those emotions and then get it out in a book?
Well, it's not that I didn't have a good relationship with my mother. My relationship with my mother was non-existent. And if you get the book, you can get the whole story, but she left when I was little. And so I've, to your point, like stumbled along the way, and I just kind of eventually picked myself up and said, am I going to look at life as a glass half empty, or am I going to look at life as glass half full? And no, she's not here to tell me, how to date guys and how to cook the family recipe, or give me jewelry, or give me dating advice, or motherly advice, or any advice. She's just not here. And I decided I wanted to change that, and to use a term, break the cycle for my kids and my relationship with my husband and my family and my future. I think the point of the book is that your messy past doesn't have to define your future. And messy is a very loose term. It can be interpreted in everyone's different ways. People still have their mom in their life, and they have a messy relationship.
I mean, amen to that.
It's like, I love you, mom. And they hang up and they're like, everyone is struggling to find their own identity. So I think the beauty that I finally come to grips with is that you have the power to write your own destiny. And if you want that guy, if you want that Nick Lachey, go get him, girl. If you want the job in Hawaii, go get it, girl. If you want 3 kids, go make them with Nick Lachey, girl.
I wish it was that easy for the rest of us. We're all trying to find our Nick Lachey.
Yes.
We really
there.
are.
It's there. And I believe in working really hard to get it. And I have. And I think the whole point of the book is that I want people to see that they can control their destiny, and hope that the book inspires them to not see the glass, like I said, half empty. Like, I wore a white dress to a wedding. Did not know you're not supposed to do that.
As a guest?
Yes.
Not Miss Congeniality anymore.
Nobody told Nobody told me. And I came home, and it was back in the day of cameras, and I got the photos printed, showed my girlfriend, and she was like, you wore this to the wedding? I was like, yeah, this is me. We're on the Rock, and it was in Puerto Rico. She's like, you don't wear white to a wedding. It's like a big FU to the bride. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah. And honestly, I started putting the pieces together, and
oh no,
her family was like rude to me, and the bride was so kind. She's like, I don't care. I know your background. I know where you're coming from, Vanessa. She's like, but my mom wasn't happy about it. And I'm like, I was mortified.
Oh my God. And you're so beautiful. Like, I don't even want you at my wedding. I don't even want you in the photos. I don't even want you
with a bag over your head at my wedding. Let alone
no, thank you.
The bride was probably, or the mom was probably like, what is the beef between you two?
Now, looking back now, I was more, and then to make it worse. All right. This is a detail I didn't say in the book. It was, remember how J. Crew has started that like the bridesmaid? Yeah. Okay. It was right when that was fresh. So I was like, these are perfect wedding dresses. So I got the white. It was a strapless to the knee. Her bridesmaids were in the blush strapless. We had the same dress.
Oh no.
I had the white one. They had the blush one. What?
Oh.
And I just thought I had good taste. I was like, oh my gosh, she loved it so much. She picked it for her bridesmaid.
Oh my God.
It's a messy life. It's a messy life, Miss Lachey. Speaking of outfits, there's an important era of your life where we all looked up to you, which was TRL. And the outfits, I went back to like look at some of these memorable moments to prepare for this. The jean was so low.
The zipper. You needed a bikini wax for those jeans. The zipper didn't even zip. I think you just put it on and you just flapped it. You flapped the zipper down so it locked to what? I don't know.
Yes.
Do you have, I know that you always post, it's Tuesdays, TRL Tuesdays or Thursdays?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. You always post all these memories and it's incredible because for me and my age group, like this is like our life. Like I feel young again when I see you with like baby Bow Wow and now he's like adult Bow Wow and grown Bow Wow or whatever.
When I was with the Jonas Brothers and Nick Jonas, oh my gosh, girl, you have to look up Jonas Brothers on TRL with Vanessa Manillo. And he's like 12 and he's like, hey, it was, they're doing a campfire and like, it came from like Camp Rock. It was, and now he's like Nick Jonas.
Like sexual.
And I'm the old cougar lady who's like, that's the guy. Remember me?
Do you have like a favorite, like the memory that you tell around dinner tables about that time?
Honestly, there were so many. That's probably the hardest question to answer. Literally, like if you think about it, and I forget some of the people. I even look through like the images. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh. There's so much that happened. Every single day was 2 or 3 or 4 guests. Celebrities, actors, musicians, athletes. Crazy. It was crazy. It was definitely one of the best times in my entire life. A highlight of my career for sure. Next to this one.
I wish they would bring it back. Wait, did they bring it back?
They tried to. It didn't work.
You know what?
Because they didn't have you.
Hey, I'll take it. No, it's a streaming world. You know, I don't want to see videos anymore.
It was just so iconic for all of our youths.
It was really, really special. And then my last question before we go into our game is, Nick is still so hot, Vanessa. You're very hot. And I mean, you're a beautiful woman.
You're an ever hot. Like you're an ever hot where you're just going to be hot forever. But sometimes the men are not.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I feel like men from that era, like you see the downfall pretty fast.
I'm not going to say that Jack Vanek and I have a thing for AJ from the Backstreet Boys, and we went down like a very 6-month long obsession, and we've come through the other side. But now some of those boys, they've gotten together and they're doing like old man, like different people from different groups are doing like a review together. And I'm like, if you're going to do this review,
your mic feels the same way.
I know. It literally was like my vagina's dry all of a sudden. Like, But so anyway, Nick is still so cute and he's just truly one of the nicest people. So I'm going to put you on the spot. If Nick didn't exist and you had to like fall in love with another boy bander. Yeah, like from like one of the eras. I mean, you can do O-Town, Backstreet, NSYNC. Like who's next in line? We'll never tell Nick you said this.
Does it have to be a boy bander?
Maybe not.
Mean, is it Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Like someone, like someone who was in the class with them that also was
maybe
in like
that era.
Beat. Yeah,
TRL era.
We joke like I have my, whatever. And there was a moment. He's married now and I love them together. But it's Ryan Reynolds. Like I just think he's so charming. He's like an action star, but he's so self-deprecating and he's so funny and he's so all of the things. And there was a moment there when he split up with Alanis and before Blake, he was single, but that's when I met Nick. Actually, this is a funny story.
Oh shit.
I've been married for 10 years with him for 15, so it's fine. But Ryan has always been my I just think he hung the sun, moon, and stars. And he was single, or, at the time. And then he got engaged to Alanis. And I was like, okay, in my mind, he's off the market, right? I respect that. I believe in that. Nick was in a previous relationship. He was taken. So even though I loved the guy and thought he hung the sun, moon, and stars, I was like, he's married. Like don't mess with that. Bad karma, girl. Like, do not mess with that. Mm-hmm. So then Nick ended up splitting up and him and I started talking. And we talked loosely for a few months. And finally, I'll never forget, I came into TRL and I told my hair and makeup girls, I was like, Nick and I made it official. We're boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that meant at the time. It was like, we're going to be monogamous. We're boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Right. And my hair girl goes, maybe this isn't the time I should tell you. Ryan Reynolds and Alanis called off their engagement. And I was like, what?
Oh my God.
You couldn't tell me this yesterday. No. Not that it would have changed anything. I remember that day vividly because it was the day we decided to be a monogamous couple in a relationship, working towards it. Boyfriend, girlfriend was also the day that they decided to break off.
It's your first test, you know, and you passed.
It was, and I passed.
Oh God, I'm crying. That is so.
So now I joke with him and I'm like, Ryan Reynolds. But you're right. That was my first test. And I didn't take the bait.
There you go.
You weren't a trifling hoe. Congrats.
Can we add that to my intro? And also not a trifling hoe.
Yes.
All right. When we come back, a game for all of us, well, for you three to play, and we'll see who's going to win.
All right. We're about to speak my love language, and you know what that is. Obey. So we're coming up on that time of year and you're probably a big ball of stress. Your motivation is MIA and you're not really working out. So a little trick for you when it comes to staying in shape amidst the chaos of the holidays, Obey Fitness makes the impossible possible. They've got everything from intense HIIT to spicy Pilates and chill yoga classes, live or on demand, and you need zero equipment and you can pop it on literally anywhere. And their fun yet fierce 10-minute express classes mean no excuses, even with a busy schedule. So the best part is, if you want to try it, we have a whole free month for you to get through the holidays with. So just use code LadyGang at Obey Fitness. That's OBE Fitness.com. You've seen Kelty and I crush our Obey workouts. I've been doing them for years now, and I can't tell you how much this has changed my attitude about working out. Just give it a try. Give it a try. Use code LadyGang at ObeyFitness.com. It's officially sweater weather. That's right. It's that time of year again. The weather's getting cooler, the days are shorter, and the holidays are in full swing. It is sweater season, so let's celebrate in style with Everlane, my favorite. They've got a cashmere collection, which is these timeless designs, and they are such a good price. If you need to stock up on your basics like I recently just did, do this. Go to Everlane because they have the cashmere, they have the re-cashmere, which is all the beauty of the cashmere, but recycled for half the carbon footprint. We love it. It's soft, premium cashmere minus the waist. They have alpaca, the cloud, which is warm, fuzzy, and light as a cloud, and it is so amazing. Their stuff is beautiful. Like I said, it makes amazing staples. Everlane has really changed my wardrobe, and I want you to head over there and give the luxurious gift of comfort and sustainable impact this holiday season with Everlane sweaters. So go to everlane.com/LadyGang, sign up for 10% off your first order plus free shipping, and get easy returns within 30 days of your ship date. That's 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/LadyGang and sign up. It makes the perfect gift. So we recently had the first LadyGang show in a very long time, and we used our sponsor, Rareform, because we had to bring a bunch of stuff to the venue, and we wanted to make sure it was in really durable bags. And what we love about Rareform is that they repurpose highway billboards into one-of-a-kind tote bags, duffel bags, backpacks, and accessories. Sustainable is the key word here. That's right. And they are unique because no two bags will ever be the same. They recycle over 80% of all billboards in the U.S. So it's nearly 500,000 pounds of billboards every month. And you can choose your exact bag online. Every product on their site is so individual and so beautiful. It is one of a kind. Tote bags, duffel bags, backpacks, and accessories, like I told you. We just think this is so great. Everybody is doing their part in making the world a better place, but Rareform is really, really crushing it. It's also a great holiday gift idea for all the people in your life on your list. So made from billboards and designed to fit your lifestyle, check them out at rareform.com/lady. That's rareform.com/lady and find your one-of-a-kind bag right now.
Okay, ladies, can't remember the last time that you wanted sex? Oh, I'm sorry. You've got kids in the car? I know. We're going to call it ice cream. Listen, ice cream, you scream, but maybe not for sex. I mean ice cream, sorry. So if your desire for ice cream feels, well, a little rocky road, you're not alone. Millions of women have felt their libido melting away because of a medical condition known as hypoactive sexual desire disorder, or HSDD. But unlike brain freeze, HSDD can be treated. Maybe it's time to change the flavor of the day from not in the mood to libido renewed. So whether you're into plain vanilla or the queen of whipped cream down to cone, or deciding between big or little spoon, it's time to scream for ice cream again. Visit screamforicecreamagain.com to learn more. That's screamforicecreamagain.com.
You're listening to the LadyGang.
We're back with Vanessa Lachey. She is starring on Monday nights in the new NCIS Hawaii. And we're so happy for her. I've known Vanessa for a long time, and she's lovely. And so today we are playing a little game, and I'm calling this the 90s quiz. So I have gone back to the beginning of the era in which you guys were a little younger, but the Hot Ford, I'm calling this the Year of Hott because it's my year before I turned 40, Vanessa.
Okay.
The Year of Hott. And so you just buzz in if you know the answer, okay? I need lots of energy. And Jack, you're going to know all the answers. I know you will. Here we go. Number one. What fashion accessory that you loved was invented by a high school shop teacher?
Shop teacher?
The scrunchie?
The belly button
Not the
ring?
scrunchie.
I was going to say the belly chain.
Choker.
I'll give you
Fanny
a clue.
pack. The
Slap
slap. Slap. That was the 90s. The slap band wrist.
Slap bracelet.
Slap bracelet.
Man, what happened to those?
They're back now.
They are
You have
back.
kids, they're back now. Throw them in their gift bags. They love them, and they hit each other with them. It's fantastic.
Yes, a weapon. Love it.
What was the federal minimum wage for most of the 90s?
Oh my gosh.
$4.
$6.50.
Becca was getting an extra amount from her dad.
No, 651.
Vanessa takes it. $4.25.
$4.25.
Wow.
I remember working at the chicken place, deep frying the chicken, and my salary was $4.14 Canadian.
Yeah,
Makes
I was
sense.
steak and ale. Or sorry, not steak and ale.
Steak and shake?
Steak and ale. Not steak and shake. That would have been awesome. Steak and ale.
Steak and
Just an
ale. Oh, I thought you said nail, and I was like, that's gross.
Steak and nails.
Come in and get a nail and get your taste shot.
Sirloin.
Have a sirloin into the wall. Okay. What was the first rap song to hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100? Come on, TRL.
California.
Nope. Jack, Becca?
Was it
Rap song? I wouldn't know.
was it a
Bass?
mace?
It Takes Two.
It's very cold. Brr.
Oh, Vanilla Ice Baby.
Yes.
Oh, what a bummer.
That's a rap song. I guess so.
I guess so.
That's a reach.
That's a strong reach, but it was the Billboard Hot 100. They didn't even know at that time.
Wow.
Okay.
He got sued. Poor guy.
He did?
All right.
Because the
Yeah.
song is a Queen. Like, do you remember this? It was
Right.
like, sorry, I'm digressing here.
No.
When they did the cover and he was like, no, Queen said this was the rights to their song, Under Pressure. He goes, they go, "Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun."
It had the extra note.
"Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun." It's different. I just made him a surfer guy. I don't know why. But they ended up being able to get the rights to that. I think they got all the royalties and he got
And
nothing.
he
I mean,
renovates
it's-
houses on HGTV now.
It is the same exact melody.
Oh,
So
if you hear the song,
the same.
Becca, Under Pressure, at the beginning, you're like, oh, this is, and then it's Under Pressure. And it's not him, it's them.
Poor Vanilla. Is that his first name?
Poor Vanilla.
Mr.
God damn it.
Ice.
Wanted to make houses anyways, not sing.
In what year was the World Wide Web first introduced?
1991.
I'm shocked it was even in
beauty.
the
She
90s.
is Grace. She is brains. 1991. Isn't that crazy, you guys?
That's
It didn't
insane.
even exist. We're sold. Okay. This for you, Jack. What are the bucket hats of the 90s called in Australia?
Oh. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. What is it?
That's your clue.
Is it a giggle?
Giggle hats. Oh my God, Vanessa.
You're too good at I would have never gotten that. Not in a million years.
Okay, very last question. What stuffed animal fad debuted in 1993?
Beanie Babies. Yeah. No?
No, it's true. Does anyone have anyone in their lives that made like a lot of money off Beanie Babies? Because you remember you were like, I should keep these.
And you kept them in the plastic with the thing.
Oh, mine are definitely still up in my attic and never getting rid of them. But I feel like that
Beanie Babies?
No, it was. Right?
Oh, it was Beanie Babies.
Yeah, it's Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
They've made a comeback now, guys.
Are they cool again, Slap? Is it weird to have children and see all of your toys remade and all your cartoons remade?
Yes and no. It's like, oh, I know this. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm the old lady. When we did it, they didn't have this guy. That's new.
I walked 15 miles down to the store.
How old are your kids?
4, 6, 9.
Okay. So they're not in high school yet.
Does 9 know you're cool yet?
Yeah.
He's starting to know, like Nick won Masked Singer, and that did a lot for like the cool parent factor. And I was like, how do you top that? And I was like, well, I'll get us a job and move us to Hawaii. No, I'm kidding. I'm competitive at all with my husband. He knows we're on TV. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm really glad we got out of LA when we did, because he was getting to this point. He went to a great school and had some great friends, but the word famous was brought up a lot. Are you famous? I'm like, where is this coming from? I'm mom. And in Hawaii, they don't care. Like they don't, it's such a multicultural melting pot of just island life and love and ohana. They don't care. And we needed that now because, Nick's got a show, I've got a show, and my kids need to see me as mom and dad, not as the badass NCIS agent with a gun in her.
They don't need to pass your billboard on Sunset. They just need to know it's there.
Exactly.
Now their friends are going to be like, damn it, his parents were famous.
No,
his
it's really
mom.
funny. I won't say who for the privacy of this kid, but there's a very famous kid who's famous now and randomly is in my son's class. And I was like, yes. I'm not like, he's there. So everyone's like, oh, so-and-so. They don't care about J10 and Prometheus Hawaii because this kid is there. And I feel bad because the kid obviously just wants a normal life, probably went to Oahu for that. But yeah, it's
good for you.
I'm chopped liver there, which is great.
Perfect. Well, I mean, we didn't even get into like the Love is Blind. Like there's so much more. You're very, very busy, but Vanessa, we can follow Vanessa.
Again. Love is Blind season 2.
I cannot.
February.
Did you guys already film it?
We did.
Oh my gosh. What city is it?
Season 2 is Chicago.
I just can't wait. I think that is the best show ever. And the track rate is so good. It's like,
it's great. And
better than The Bachelor of like all of the 25 seasons. So,
and they stay together. Somebody talked earlier in one of my interviews. They're together longer than the people on The Bachelor. So it just proof in the pudding that you can fall in love for someone for who they are on the inside.
I love it so much. I cannot wait.
Says Miss Congeniality swimsuit winner, Miss Teen USA.
And not a trifling hoe.
And wore a white dress to her friend's wedding. Well, we are all good and bad inside. You know what I mean? We're all lovable and hateable. Vanessa, you can follow her at Vanessa Lachey. NCIS Hawaii is on Monday nights at 10 p.m. on CBS. We're so happy for you. Let us know when Nick's available next time to come on and just like purr at us. And we're so happy for you. And I'm glad we finally got a chance to do this. We've been working on it for a long time. So I'm so happy you took time out of your busy press for little OS. So
Congrats.
We will
see you next
Tuesday.
Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social at Kelty, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.
I
I am Lola Blanc, host of Trust Me, Cults, Extreme Belief, and the Abuse of Power right here on Podcast One. Do you think someone in your life is a narcissist? Find out on our recent episode with Dr. Ramani Durvasula.
Every narcissistic relationship is a two-person cult. All the grooming characteristics, everything that happens to a member of a cult is exactly what happens to somebody who gets into and gets stuck in a narcissistic relationship.
Get new episodes of Trust Me every Wednesday on Podcast One, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.